from Madam Sidratu Aminata Kamara from the United States of America. It dedicated this song to one of the biggest organizations in the world, Weird.
Yeah, made a crack on the mix.
91 big boy Pekin.
I should never tap a sit above.
Daily base
091.
Yellow flag TVs.
Hallelujah.
Come on.
We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promote the nation. They know they mix my politics. They know they part tribalism. They know they mix my politics. Yeah. They know they part no tribalism.
This now we hard, duck and now we land. So la we all and fine. This now we hard, duck and now we land. So la we all and fine. Who know they back kapu. We had no mixed bag bamu. We know they back kapu. We had no mixed bag bamu. Go tell the brother sister them say we are don't come over.
We are now we are.
Tell them for me say we are don't come over.
We are now we are. We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promote the nation. They know they mix our politics. They know they part tribalism. They know they mix our politics. Yeah. They know they part no tribalism.
Big respect to the one who will make Weird team up strong one. Especially to you, by Bure Kablai from the north. And to you, Shenge Pierre from the south. Admi Amina, happy birthday in advance to you, by Bure Kablai from the north. You celebrate your birthday January. Happy birthday in advance to you, Shenge Pierre from the south. You celebrate your birthday.
Famolo na kushe enu na aduo. We are don't come back today for can't talk about things where they happen. Now we on sweet hearts and load. Now we own. Whoa, let we left for do them bad things them. We they feel our most and load. Now we own. Whoa, we are the. And if we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean bad, oh, we just want to make we and go before. If we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean bad, oh, we just want to make we and go before. Fumble. Kusha again inside this one big university and Cabo. Well, we know the tire for tell you, say we always stay here for talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we as well they tell you, say, from where caretaker Bio take over the responsibility of Mama Salon, now in we get the worst, bad, and the ugly inside the country. What's the one they mean? That's for tell you how the cost of living and other prices them don't go up now the country. We make salon people still they suffer inside Mama Salon. Inside there, now they still the old people and release people inside politics and threaten them. Say where you come on, no can talk about power government again. Well, we see who say some people have come up and then turn mumu. Well, they still they can release other people, but all the one they inside a basket for you today for come discuss. But before they open for come inside this family house, please don't forget to hit the like button for we and share the program. Invite more new family members them so we reach the 1 million subscribers who we can call family members them inside Weird.
Alright, inside the program VSNet, we can always say we give person roses where it is alive, not a way it don't die, it begin for sing a laddie daddy and not they any feel proud, no nothing. And family we not even is do it away they suffer, now go celebrate and things and things. So that's exactly what they can do today. But notwithstanding that, they can look at the harder issues them inside waiting then don't talk for. So today, end of year appreciation to 5 people them we don't fit for you democracy and human rights in the country for the last 10 years. They not change, no nothing. They make sure say they balance and they do the things them how they're supposed to do. Some don't become convicts along this side. Some don't lost their future job. Some don't plenty other things them. And some still stand in as much as they're in the country, some not in the country. But then basically no they where you go outwardly associate them with any political party. Amongst them 5 people or so where we don't choose for today. We get Ambassador Michael, we a lawyer and same way so a human rights defender. We get Marcela Samba Sise, we governance and election specialist, a defender for that part of the democracy human rights. You get Augustine Sori Sembe Mara, we election and human rights defender as well. Well, and it just there for fights for democracy na the country. And then of course you get journalist, we Thomas Josephus Dixon. Then 5 people also we pick them and it left to you for able for can tell me why you think they're not for the part of a 5 list where we take for the last 10 years. They do the things there for the last government to this government and they go strong. My name is Pierre, the freedom fighter.
The man with the sharpest cutlass from the north, Kablai Bebure.
And all the other parts of the world, Washington DC, we get our young brother. Happy New Year, my brother.
Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year 2024 to all we viewers them online all over the world. I wishing a happy New Year 2024 from the nation's capital, Washington, Mena Alpha Kamara. And sorry I missed the review yesterday. A lot of things happened. But yeah, this is 2024. We don't come over. So thank you, guys. And definitely we need to celebrate people and when they're still alive. And I think say in a good way for appreciate some people who don't do well. And they put their life at risk for speak up. Because right now in our country, anybody will talk, definitely they put their life at risk. But then people here we brother talk about, they don't stand out. So welcome to the program. And of course, continue to subscribe, like, and share.
And of course, you self get right for say, yeah, this person wanna put on the list. I'm not sure.
Challenge.
So you get right for that.
Challenge.
Yeah, definitely, because they say somebody a freedom fighter can be other person a rebel, right?
Exactly.
But by Buddha, some people they say na freedom fighter, so they say as a rebel parawachi.
Yes, a rebel leader.
Who say you stand Zegbe Pierre? Not take by Buddha as a case example. Other people they say as a freedom fighter, we fight against the tax of the British. Other people they say as a rebel. As a rebel chief. Who say you stand on this? I got to ask my brother, who say you stand on this? My brother, what do you think about my brother? A rebel or a freedom fighter?
I think he's a freedom fighter.
Okay. And I think say for letting you become a freedom fighter, you have to first of all become a rebel.
Yeah,
because
so you
get for rebel against certain things and then get for you for say, this is against the system. And then when you persevere, you fight and continue for fight, then you will become the freedom fighter at the end of the day. If you really stand for what you believe on.
What?
So you want to be a freedom fighter, I get ready for rebel.
You know, say you want to be freedom fighter, you know one for let them call you rebel. Or then call you mama.
See, I know they accept this, I know they take her.
No,
this is not right. So that's they don't be a rebel on the other side. But on the other side, people are going to say, tell say, Bible and thank you. I ain't get my fetty British man and say, Lord, no pay tax.
And we all know, say right now, they're not a celebrate, then they protest against, human rights abuses them and people the way they're against human rights. But they're not a protest for people that we don't celebrate, we don't stand for democracy. They're not a protest against them. You just celebrate them.
Yes. So to some people, and then people are where you talk about some rebels. You can remember some they even stop there in the airport, pass they make some calls, so they want travel. Some people and they don't get work again. So on the other side, and they see another.
So don't even become convicts along the way. When they say convicts, in other words, courts so don't find them guilty of something, they don't become convicts. When they make any outside and they go then CV the show. That's
fine. So you don't see the reason why for celebrate that? But brother, what do you think?
Well, are just the same. Say some people get different angle how they take things. The way how they take other person get the way how they take but that's so fine because if we always see things them the same, the world not even sweet.
Okay, so a lot of people go to ask, for example, before you can ask, we begin to talk about certain names. Like one of the names that where a lot of people go have for ask about why anybody don't stand up this all the time. That's why we gave an extension, say in the last 10 years, where possibly we don't stand for this against this government, the odds them, the last government, the odds them, and we see say not been at all. And that. So like we don't tell them now, so okay, like some of we don't fit, then tell them, but still we will begin and count with blessing from now. So like the other people name, well, he gets contradiction, he gets a lot of controversies around whether they for dinner the list or not for dinner the list. But now we stand in that now the fight begin, and now they stand up very very well for the people then, and plenty of other names they would say. And some names they don't stand up for the last 10 years anyway, but along the line they don't pull out.
Yeah, some the last 10 years they be fight because they want to achieve a particular goal.
Yes.
After they want to achieve the goal, then they become quiet. So
compensation goals.
Exactly.
Yeah, or some man be one job. When I say get jobs, they don't lock him out. So that
so that day we can see how some of them people have to wait at the end of the day they defend themselves in a government payroll, but they still stand up for the people them, and you will see how the government acts to them. But no waste any time. Let's start with the journalists where we put. We get a lot of journalists them, where we don't go. But how far? And by the way, this Thomas Josephus and Vixen, why we decide for choose them? Who want to make it outstanding? We get a big journalists them in the country as well, where they stand and do things then.
Well, the Dixon, of course, my colleague, and we also be Youssef. Interestingly, we know everybody right now really working as a journalist. It's really hard, and they stifle you, then go deprive you of funds. Even if you get newspapers, they don't even give you adverts because they don't say this in paper. Right now, if we had go open newspaper in a salon, the government go advertise there. All right, but despite all of that,
and even some business house they don't advertise because they go to see
thank
me.
You.
Yeah, like for saying, if they patronize between the government, will turn for them.
Fine, then go afraid. For say, they go advertise now. We had the TV or the newspaper. The government go say just now, one of the rebel. So we are another one go near themselves. But Dixon, to be honest with you, he don't try any level way, and not to they cause problem. They still let people and go fight, but he stand on the path of defending rights and justice for a lot of people. They don't do them through debates, where they don't debate with government ministers, across various TV and radio stations. They don't write now in newspaper, which they go right, they write human rights abuses and violations. They post now in Facebook page extensively, also even on Twitter, what they call X now. They challenge a lot of issues. And on issues, now I made some of one of the talk. And these are the things. Personality is different from issues. If person they address issues consistently, where this wrong, it is say and say wrong. Sometimes they can say that you want, but making like for say, if you say too small for make difference, try for sleep inside room with one mosquito. Just one mosquito, no more. Lock yourself inside room with one mosquito. All right, let's see if you go able to sleep. So that you one voice, we go say my own voice not important. That talk where they talk better because they set the record straight. Other people in the CM, and I think that because of all this, we see Thomas Dixon, they don't doing bits in terms of helping out, spreading the information, and also speaking up when something not they go right, and they do them. Not so now no more begin even the last government don't they do them. So now I make at least it deserve for let them talk about it. Like I say, we personally do something when they are alive, a fine for recognize them. Yes,
we can for it by way and Mr. can make way import, but before that one day, people need to know what they talk about and why we decide for put them up. A lot of them don't share in videos there where we will say don't they go viral. In other words, don't they break barrier. And no the way they come in and talk about things that really happen at the country where we know the shallow listen to this one video we didn't do on 98.1.
I think the president promised for bring inflation from double digits. If you look at him in first, they made an address to Parliament. He say they bring inflation from double digits in 2018 when have been 14.6%. they bring them to a single digit. That's, I must say, enable for achieve them. Inflation is over 40% in Sierra Leone. And it also tell we say, in terms of economic development, say, they increase domestic revenue mobilization. I want to say now, when the president came into power in the first 3 months, I mean, they give we analysis of revenue where they generate, where they mobilize. But after 3 months, they stop giving us analysis about this revenue. We don't know how. He also say they tackle expenditure. And in government, now they resort to domestic, to bank borrowing. And also they reduce the domestic, high domestic debt and external domestic debt. There are many other fiscal policies the way he talk about in terms of the economy and also monetary policy. In terms of monetary policy, promise for there we get an improved exchange rate, where he say that could be based on the diversification of the economy. If you look at the maiden address, you will see and they clearly where he talk about that. When you look recently, the IMF pulled a report about 25 poorest nations in the world. And if you look at that report, Sierra Leone is the second bottom poorest nation as per GDP, as to GDP per capita. Meaning, among the poor nations of the earth, Sierra Leone, we are the second poor nation. We go say populipo. Now we are the second populipo in the world. We mean the president, this government able to remove Sierra Leoneans from poverty in 5 years. With regards to government expenditure, they tell you, say, government they expend more than how government they generate revenue. But one could say that is due to the defense of government will always be say it's due to the employment of nurses, it's due to the employment of teachers. But what we know is that there are many offices where government don't create where they conflict the other office. Some of these offices were not necessary at all. And this president in a manifesto, we also talk about the excessive traveling of the former president. We also get an economic impact. Get an impact on the economy. Talk about the excessive traveling. But this president, I must say, has also traveled more, spending beyond 50 billion loans on traveling. We also they get a cost on the economy. If you read the annual unedited financial statement of the government of Sierra Leone, we come on September 2022, you go see some of these analyses of waiting and non give to government, to the president, the office of the president in 2022 alone, which is above 20 billion for travel, overseas travel. In a country where the excuses where my brother give, they are redundant. They are redundant now. The COVID, the Russian-Ukraine war, individual country then they find solution, individual solution. Than they target people away in a government and more especially people away close to the presidency. A case in point is the 2020 audit report where unveils the office of the first lady spend hugely without documents and no deal. What in the anti-corruption commission say? They say that they go investigate from 1930 from Ernest by Kuruma in WEF. Okay. Instead of looking at the issue at hand.
Thomas Dixon.
They're not one. So in terms of wastages, for me, Mr. Keketuwa, where did he come? In terms of wastages, for me, we see last year, year before last audit, we are in forgery of receipt in the office of the president was mentioned. And we will not see any action be taken. We will not see like the office of the president, like sometimes not the president can involve. The president not can actually involve. You can get vote control with it, but we need to see action. Who that go for this receipt? Who that go hire pharmaceutical company for go serve as traveling agency instead of looking for a qualified certified traveling agency?
In all of this,
we will not see the implementation.
Thomas Dixon, in all of
Very interesting. Thomas Dixon, like, Fambul, the way when I be on the area, now we colleague. And that'll be a debate we been get with one of the government ministers now radio 98.1. And all the issues that we highlight are very clear. You said they in witty they talk and not all like anything different. And the things are like how they say when people and they put them, the integrity at stake for try for advocates for the public, for the masses. And then kind of see how they talk about. They really talk about the inflation, which is true. Right now, I think the dollar, as of this holiday, the dollar don't go 2.3, 2.4 million leos for $100, the exchange rate in Salon. So that they tell you about the inflation rate, how it don't go, how it stand since this current government on kind of power for the past 5 or 6 years by extension, right? He talk about the poorest of the poor, which is true. Sierra Leone is one of the poorest of the poor, and I like the way he described as a popolipo. Poorest of the poor means you poor till you below the standard of poor. You're not able to help yourself or come out from poor. Now you're not poorest of the poor. You're not able to help yourself. You just stand like where them dig hole as you do one pulley, 1 foot. All my all you be on all for the inside the hole. So poorest of the poor, like you're not able to pull yourself from poverty without external help. So you talk about that, which is a fact. We talk about the expenditure. Government, they expend more than what they generate, which is also a fact because we always see what the government is spend according to the budget, what they spend and what they generate. You talk about the targeting of opposition members. You talk about the travels, excessive travels. So you even give reference to 2022 alone, they spend over 20 billion
50
just on
billion.
travel. 50 billion, right? Just on overseas travel. All right.
And now the office of the president will talk about so.
Office of the president. We now talk about the other people. So if you put into all of that, person like Dixon, and you see where he take on the minister, all on issues, take them based on for saying because I don't all the issues that they go one after the other. You talk about the issue of fake receipts in the office of the president. And this, not so in words, all this is in a government report. According to the Attorney General.
Legal government document.
Sorry, yeah, the General the report. When I want to the they will make the sack the former Auditor General, which is they not able to put other person or whatever, where you say fake receipts there, but that report and go to Lebanon, then go use one pharmaceutical agency instead of using a travel agency with the president and in delegation and go. So all of that, they tell you, say, it challenged the government all on issues, cost nobody. So these are the things they talk about. When somebody will talk about issues, put no personality. These are issues, you look about the government, the president in manifesto, when he be the campaign for kind of power, and he try to look at all the things they had in what's. Now look at the new currency, for example. Pull Leone couch this nonsense new Leone, and now look at Saudi. That part where couch now not even say ourselves from where we tell, I don't know who said don't go.
They don't go dance.
So these are the issues. So Thomas Dixon, he deserve at least for Leo Giamo, kudos a tap to the back because
and this
all
is just
issues
one out of plenty from the last government to this thing. We just one for the
and what's interesting more for make you do that they inside the country, well practice in salon as journalist, you make much. It takes you the heart and for you get the people when you say it serve as a journalist at heart. For you even talk about that report because some government people are not even want that kind of reports come on at all. They just want any to and tell you for just swell around like full man they are not for question there. But for they even come out and say those things, challenge who say the government minister. Now but people are not even get mind talk and not even post on Facebook. So that tells you Dixon deserve some kudos, because he take on the minister and the minister listen. So I think Senator the people that don't see what they talk about. Yes, guys.
People like Thomas Dixon, I think say any government we want for be serious and focus for amend the problems of the country and the people they're not for they go against them kind of people there because some of them people there, if not government will they listen to people the way they criticize them on the bad things the way that they do because we don't find out say the bio government when at the power it's like the advisors and just in at the office for receive money and go chill with their families them. But like people like this, if really bio become for make this country and for able for develop the lives of Sierra Leoneans them, then kind of people they forget freedom because when them people are talk na a program. You listen because not forget say beyond listen that kind of program there. if you know they listen,
I'm
it
sure
get
they know
people
they
there.
listen. They listen, but just that because we don't hear one or two times we don't make reference to this same program and say, I can listen and morning.
That's the
Wait,
problem.
So they listen.
So this is not the thing. So if you get people like this, where themselves no say, now the fact this man is analyze so. You know they talk because you know they do it from the previous time with an APC. You understand? But if you get freedom, you know on our way, it's still in the country, they're doing things them. But when it comes to this power government, anybody will begin for point at the bad things them where they do, just like way Alpha draw example, say if we had published a newspaper right now we in a salon, so many people they don't share newspaper there because they get the name we had self don't become a threat to anybody we want for Kenya.
But for most still jail the country and interestingly, I don't know if Alpha don't hear of any threats against Thomas.
Yeah, Nanette. Yeah. Nanette Thomas na be one of
No, what I mean, if you don't hear any threat against Thomas Dixon under this government.
Well, probably, you know, at some point, I know some people will not be happy with them. Now, some quarters, I know some information in their way, and not be happy with them. But because also they're doing work in a way where, you know, some
so in other words, we decide for ask and question, we decide for can go court, you get legal things there for sure, you say that these are court form.
Exactly, thank you. You know, when they thread, you know, say all what they talk, so like where we talking at that clip. Anything we talk, this is something factual.
Okay.
There's a report to back it to the effect. So if you say I they hold you or I they caution you for this, you get evidence. This is not Auditor General in reports. This is not government report. This is not this are that. So now I make at least necessarily take time how they handle last constitution. At the end of the day, I can also talk. Then get over 5 million journalists there waiting at the country where they blow them trumpets, right? So if when I go over 5 million where they blow on a trumpet, 1 or 2 or 3 of we were critical on my issues. We're not for civil like my bad people. So now I make at least like, okay, if I get over 5 million, then they talk good about me or even if I not do something and they go make promote story, you know, it's okay. If one person or two they were critical, not just manage and go there. So I like that kind of thing, but I know anything say they don't want to come against them openly at least. You know, and as far as I can remember.
No, I like the word openly because we know say this particular government, we now the bio government, the power government, they get different way that they do their own things them. You know, sometimes they go at you when they know say they don't get legal things them for capture you, then they go backyard in the way where they punch you, where the crowd or the population not they able to know say that they at you, but then get the ways the way that they try for muzzle people where they talk the fact, even as them no say now the things them where they happen, where they do, people they talk, but yet still they find ways and means where they try for disturb you in a way where you they pipe down for they expose them in the things them where they do. So I like the word openly. You know, it cannot be openly, but in other ways that they send their own ways them with the them for send to them for let us see the man the able to because we know they see people over they talk now if you they see we know they see threat for say not threatening them but some people not just look how the thing they go even the social media plenty people will start them now we they see even for calm media problem.
Basically they ask about this individual not for definitely a lot of times since you talk about that one day I'll jump to the next person where na Marcella Sambas say
okay, now this
very sorry.
This night can't see
Marcella Sambas is Udonik on the LM. Yes, so we will continue for City Gavin. Marcella Sambas is now one of the democracy, defender them. And in specifically they under the what they call governance, good governance. So interestingly, in institution where they represent two institutions, well, the one with the main one, they call a campaign for good governance. That now Zainab Awa Bangura in Baby, where it get, and after that, Marcella Day the first of all day under one other woman where they call Valnora, and after which he become the boss of CGG, Campaign for Good Governance. So Marcella don't actually stand up for the rest of the time. We don't be activists from the last government. We see the role we play, take to this government. Sometimes some people can want some for do things in their own way, but they do the things in a very professional way for make sure they pass the information. So we choose them because it don't spend a lot of time in the activism, in defending democracy and good governance inside the country. And so recently on AYD, this now waiting is say before we can talk about Marcella proper one.
You see, you cannot continue to do the wrong things and expect to get good results. One of the things, I'll give you an example on state institutions. If you take your minds back, we had a heated debate on the midterm census. And the institution I represent in a coalition, the National Elections Watch, we stood our ground. Not that a midterm census was not useful, not that it was not useful for development purposes, but elections and governance has a calendar. Anything falling short of that calendar would interfere with the space, and it would be a cutback on what we should have mobilized as progress. So what happened was that the civil registration was supposed to take course. And we saw a number of problems ahead because these were issues we have highlighted in the 2018 elections reports. We saw how, for example, getting credible data and accounting for the identity of every eligible citizen was a challenge. And so we said, can the government and people of Sierra Leone invest into a civil registration process where we can get all eligible Sierra Leoneans 18 and above to be accounted for with their names, full details, and biometric features? That process was not something we could hold as credible. A number of people were left out, the process was slow, a number of things went wrong with the confirmation of the civil registration process. Fast forward, a year down the line, everybody is shouting, head of National Elections Watch, where are you? Problems are going on with the registration. No, but it went wrong long time ago in the past. We tried as best as possible. We intervened. We said, forget about midterm census. Concentrate on the civil data. Make sure we get it right. This is only when no eligible Sierra Leonean will be left behind. We are battered. Everything. Just think of what happened to us during that period. But we stood our ground. Today we are facing the consequence. And that is the consequences of bad governance. I've just given that one example for us to show a situation where what we should do now, we fail to do it. And then in the next couple of months, we want things to be right. It cannot be right. The mistake has been done. So it's the same thing with our state institutions. I have said a couple of times through our advocacy platforms, let us holistically review the 1991 Constitution. That Constitution does not support a democratic state. What will happen 2016, 2015, 2014, I am going backwards. It was the SLPP who were crying. They were my best friends. I am friends with the opposition because I'm friends with democracy. In a democracy, you must like opposition because it's about opposing you. If you push opposition, there is no democracy. They were all over the place. The letters on my office table are like this in 2016, 2015, complaining. And it is the same issue today that APC are sending the same letters complaining. How do we want to continue into a political jigsaw? Why can't we fix the problem? Making sure that supreme executive authority, those issues that are cut back to the state and democracy, we address them. Appointment is a critical issue. So what we are having, for example, is what we call a regime-serving police. They will do anything, right? Today, I feel sorry. I feel sorry for those who are benefiting. One thing I like about the police, like quote-unquote, they do not change. They will go to lengths to misuse and abuse power. And when the other party comes to power, they do the same thing to them. They have never changed their stance. What you want us to do, we will do it. It should not be. We are nurturing a society, a violent society. It should not be the case. Let us try as best as possible to promote professional policing, a police that is accountable and subjected to civil oversight. That's why some of us believe that the police should be put forward to scrutiny, and those things that they have done wrong, they should account for police brutality. Notwithstanding the rights of police officers also, because they are performing a sacred duty to the state, they also have lives that also should be respected and protected. For me, those parameters, I believe in the principles of democracy. We should all disagree because we are not thinking the same. We are not the same, but those fundamental principles, whether you are Minister Soiree, whether you are head of IGL and Rula Valley, whether you are head of campaign for good governance, Marcela Samba, or whether you are Mr. Berete, formerly spokesperson in the former government, we should not go below those fundamental principles. Respect for the rights and views of individuals, freedom of association, the right to protest. Some of the things we do, we don't jump in the streets. My organization do not believe in protest. We do not do protest. We do voice. We believe in talking. That's why when we see the space for speaking out is shrinking, we feel very, very much aggrieved. We believe in letting citizens have a voice to dialogue with their leaders. We believe to create a space like this when we can speak the truth. That is another point. We need to institute patterns of honesty in the country. Insincerity is the bedrock of our politics. People are looking at you. They see this as black and they will tell you it is white right in your face. And they want to force you to believe it is white. It is wrong.
All right.
We are living in a society that is predominantly going to be violent. And when you suppress people, you suppress their views, they are going to find outlets to bring their views to the fore. I want to encourage us all. It sounds as if I'm preaching tonight. I want to encourage us all. Our society is our future. We cannot allow our society to be going down and we keep quiet. We think that it is right. It is not right. We will all be held accountable. Posterity will judge us one day.
Okay.
All right, so that's na Marcela Samba Sise. Well, one thing we say is like it sounds like it be the preach, but interestingly, that is like it's a prophetic, thing. It be the prophesy. It's a when you suppress the voices of the people and go for find an outlet. We not will let for say. We see waiting happen on the 26th of November. By the way, what you make up of Marcela finding herself into this particular thing, taking into consideration, all of it. Sometimes the way that people like say, yeah, you need to talk, but it gets time when you come up with it.
I feel say Marcela now somebody where they point out things them just like what you mentioned, Marcela also possibly can just come. Sometimes they salon they tend the way that you want for me to talk. If you not talk, then it clash you other way.
But at the same time, it take too long.
It take too long. We can't talk again. All man come back. So the country will find itself.
So this one, a simple something. It means say invoice very much important and material. So the term where invoice missing, a lot of people they expect that for your reweighting and your own view.
That's
so
the
yes,
thing. That's
correct for the call on them and every other time for say, what are you saying? What do you get for say your opinion into this?
But I think say now lady way don't try your best for see how instead they contribute now the nation for make it able for see salon for go the way how we expect her for go. Just that salon a country 1, 2, 3 voice no they ever able for solve the problem as long as the politicians them where all the big offices them no ready and willing for push the country how they want for push them. In as much as you talk, you do things instead of them listen to you. In the end, like how Indo ends so today, so for run and the country go.
Most of the time, politicians and they pay people and we for go against you. For example,
of course,
we see them pay from this election. We tell them, and maybe that's not why they not actually create that office. We tell them in the very early stage, say this government through the Ministry of Information, they are about for set up, another electoral, observation body, where for do something parallel So waiting new to do. We talk now, yeah.
Of course.
And interestingly, the way they want for put now Joseph Sano. And Joseph Sano been don't begin now. But unfortunately, I think they back out because they feel say we're not able for our way of that day. So they back out because we all see Joseph Sano be don't begin where in observer and he don't begin talk, even before this term. So I think when we come and point that thing and then back off and then decide for focus on the own power where they get.
But tell you say they listen to them media, yeah?
Indeed, and indeed we suicide the whole thing up on the biggest bomb that the one side Marcella come and say no. If you did also with regards to election review and other things, now as a result of National Elections Watch. Well, Marcella and I are the head of National Elections Watch and are the head of NEW as well. So the role we play make with also with this today and we see what it lead to. Alpha.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's a very important. What Marcella say, and Sembepe, you will be a me witness. The same way me you been the BBC. Marcella been very active then and there. All the program they do, or talk about governance and human rights, he always very active. I'm sure so you see go be a me witness to that. So not so today we begin talk about issues of governance and rights. Of course, I don't not campaign for good governance for a very long time. And you know a lot about governance and human rights, and like I say, not so now you begin talk. You don't need to talk a whole lot of different issues, even during the past government. I make even give reference to that by his speech. And Ms. Sego attests to that, say yes. She has been talking all along, ever quiet, ever be silent. And what did they talk about? Okay. So it just they talk about say, if we don't use this yardstick for quiz the other government will be in there through why this government now we can not for talk. Now make it say people and they see black, they want call and white, and then they want convince you or make yourself call and white, and you not go accept that. That's just a fact. If you look into the issues of this election they're not the only thief election during elections day. Elections not processes. So it talk about where go back to the civil registration, where you talk about anytime the way they begin register people, they talk about forget the national ID card and salon and all of that, take kind of the registration. And from that same day, 9 years
as well.
Yeah, the PR system. All
they talk about this PR system and ask questions
the PR system,
about the midterm census as well.
Yeah, and the PR system, it's clear. The PR system, Pakaba bring the PR system na salon after the war because the country not be stable. Not to all sides and be able to go. Not to all sides. Some side, the road they not been fine. Some side, the school and the village, they all they don't broke people, they don't run away, they not turn back. All of that, that's the country not be stable. Now, if you watch even that's where ECOWAS members of parliament they talk, they give reference to that. Say the former president or the late president bring the PR system because of the country they just come out from war. Why they can't force people to bring PR system where the country is stable, first no day? Of course. The answer is just one way, because you want to thief the elections. That's why they bring the PR system. So Masala, they talk about things so they happen for prepare the ground for thief the election. So the election will happen, the ground will not pass, starting from that registration of people come to all that PR system, come to where they appoint corner, the opposition people and walk out of parliament and all of that. All that they don't happen, And he even talk about the regime-serving police. Regime-serving police, which means the police, they only serve the regime. Instead of them serving the people, everybody, then they serve the government in power. And also police, they only act day in, day out. Even through the last government, are the same thing. The only difference is this current government, the police and the military, don't kill more civilians than we don't happen for the past 5 or 10 years. And also, civilians don't even get money for attack police, and sometimes some police then kill them or lost their life. Also, more than I happened in the last 5-10 years. So what that they tell you? Regime-serving police. The people that don't reach a particular point, they don't trust the police again because they feel say they serve the politicians or the one holding the power. So sometimes there's some man go say, what's happen? So now I myself talk about say regime-serving police. We are in people and they say, and police they have not who said not a map farm. So all that in there. And Marcella don't stake, like I say, in your life, even at some boy one, threats, a country they too small. For let you speak up, man, you can go through a lot of things. And even for a woman,
family,
you make her even more
relationship, everything.
Family and all of that, you make her more serious. You can talk about you in different ways and all of that. So, and we even see the report where they pulled, National Elections Watch. From what they pull that report, where they say they stand by them after the elections, where they say the counting get statistical inaccuracies. Okay, now the same road outside them go, the same road that the Qatar Foundation go, the same road that the European Union Commission go, the same election European Union Observer go, the same way now all international observers on that same side. That tell you say the report and what they say was credible.
So because they no say the report credible and they not get anything for proof, that's why they want for chase them. And at the point where he decide for left the country, they attack airport and almost not for stop and return and back. But we see phone and they go up. We not actually know anything that it cost to that thing now. Of course, we know say touch about touches. So they don't connect contact to them for contact and then they end up for release. And from where you go, you not get my return back at the country. And they left outside there right now. They go on a different side outside and they go, attend to different important conference, observer mission, work and even Liberia, not my inside country.
No, because you see the way how the government designed themselves, just like what Alpha say, this government they force people them for believe say black na black. Because they see say this na black, but they not go on for color black. Instead they call it other color. You they can't call the right color now, na problem for you. And then they force people them for make them just agree into the things the way they do, which we think say government not for run a country like that. Any government to start with, when not they allow people them for oppose them, na problem that country dey. Now the big problem the way other country they can come for can help other country can start. Because when they sit down na governance, you think say already they do it right, but no, you they do things that way bad, but you they take as the right things. People they for oppose for make at least they correct your mistakes them small, then they out there they do their job. Before you accept or you even left them for me to do their job, instead they come at them. Look at this woman, like when they talk at Cam Liberia. He will feel a pain for Cam Liberia. Look Liberia in salon. He get family members them. He must miss them. Where he can't see them. But because of the government and the things the way they do to people them, he not get mind for Cam. Why a government will be like that?
Yeah. So that I tell you say the woman don't do a lot. We definitely for let you stand up. And do that kind of thing there, you're not possible. And inside, what already talking about facts, because like I see from what you talking report, I can like people can separate people in personal life from their professional life. All right, everybody get your own personal life. Just tell like if I work for you or you don't work for me, where can work for me? Yeah.
So I'll just give you reference to one other woman where like basically they all been not to the same office, but they do like similar something. From when this election done. Where IEA analyze the election even before they appoint the first set of cabinet. I know say something wrong. Dr. Aisat and Mahoy, the way how they handle issue, then the way where the election just done the way handle issue, where he analyze the issue. I know something be wrong at that particular point there. Well, I doubt myself and I ask myself question at this platform and not say whether announce the appointment of first cabinet if I name inside it.
Well, now they tell you, say, a lot of people and they go into a lot of activism because they want the personal benefits, right? So, as Mr. Cecilia reported, I think that be something Peace Network, Mano River Women Peace Network or something, or one Peace Network.
I don't know if I'm open
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, one of them. I'm not too sure if I'm open, but I know there's some women.
Yeah, one of them, anyway.
One of them. So, yeah, I see that reported. And it been too soon. Me on caution, was and still is. It been too soon for them to arrive at that conclusion because the election just done. Even the international observer then for so nobody no post statement. Then I'll be like the first entity or civil society organization we monitor the election. I'll be the first for issue a statement. For me, it was too quick. But Dr. Satamahoy, interestingly, for make Nami college mates, we all be college together at some point. But when I see that report say. The first question we come to mind was, it's too quick for the coalition pull last comprehensive statement with the election, just they try for wrap up on that same day. It was too fast. So when I can see his name come up and get a ministerial position, I was like, oh, okay, maybe now make rush for put out that statement there because they expect something. But back to the crux of the matter, all right? Even the Bible say, the foundation weak, the builder they build in vain. If the foundation weak, the builder or the laborer in vain. Anything the foundation weak. So what in Marcella talking about, it go up to the foundation of the issues, the registration and other things that they before the election, way before the election. You know, now in this rigging, this thief business for this election, all they also all this today. Now it be not making. You know, but because they can't say the leaders them or the politicians or the current government and the officials, they just want to let people and believe what they want. Why then send we school? Most of them could be critical, but if you say no more, if you talk to us no more, like, believe what you say, and even if they see black, you want to let them call them white. You know, that's the thing about politicians in Sierra Leone.
This one, they're able to get through that because we the people themselves, they encourage them and they use few things against with money, position, and other things. They see some people are very active in discussing issues and standing by the people, but as soon as they appoint us, so they don't go down. Or if as soon as they get certain things that we want to do, we get for do the government, it only don't suffer, they only talk nothing.
Yeah. So once again for Reeko, like I say, Marcella. Like we interview him and we host them on different programs across that country, where APC be in power and how he stands on and so if he stands. The only difference, they'll not be the persecutor, they'll not be the run after, they'll not be the threatener here in family or in life or whatever. You know, throughout the 10 years. You know, or if they be the threatener self, you know, go to that level, who say it goes on our way, even for come on, even for run away, come on at the country. If you always did it, they're doing work and they criticize, you know. And they say and they sit down with minister and there's still a dialogue and they discuss and issue, they raise them up, right? But nobody will come after. But the difference with this government, you come after them, even for the fact when they know so then they mess up, then they come after you in different ways. Different ways, whether you know or you don't know, they come after you in different ways. And I'm not going to elaborate more on that, but some people that know what they talk about.
Yeah, exactly. So Marcella, you market yourself for yourself, you know.
Yes.
Welcome to the program. This now we are on YouTube and on Facebook, and the name now. Pierre, we get by brain, and that's where we get Alpha over the other parts. And then we'll go quickly and move to another thing. Another person we want to talk about. Now the person we in a lawyer, and he basically done the attack several issues that we get to do with the court and other things. In him now Augustine, so he's Mara. Well, plenty tell they can active on Twitter, but notwithstanding they can come again at the television, the radio station, so they can come and express things that really happen at the county. Sincerely, they don't stand against the courts and the judiciary where it belongs to. You know, they don't even discuss issue whether in a courts where make they even charge and go courts for waiting and call contempt. And they find guilty. In other words, they convict her, we make to be convict. You know, and when they say convict, it means say you don't get, you know, criminal or something. But interestingly, when they look into all of these things, and not necessarily means saying a criminal, you not get any criminal record, you not to corrupt somebody, you not to terrorist and all the other things that way for make it really big waiting. So not just that contempt of court. But this government use even that small thing there for make sure say they dent them. Because at the end of the day, Augustine so he said Mara inclined to be the column based on the conviction where they get on the court say they convict them, they call and say, oh, you don't get this kind, because anybody want to do business with you, they check your track record. But again, Augustine say this particular thing not make it relax because it don't make it get more effort. Interestingly, we don't even know this, but I find out say Augustine as well now be member Madabio column when he be there in a Renaissance movement, when Madabio come. Just like Francis Benkel, then call her the ask house position, and then finally then give him member on the SALCA, that internet waiting gateway. Then give him chairman a member of the board, and after which he look at certain things then and then he give away. So let's just listen quickly before coming and analyze quick one, and let me listen to Augustine Soyi Sembemara, where been there on hot seat one term inside 2022.
When you not be member of this same bar, when you, Francis Ben Kaifala and others challenged the issue of the sacking of the former vice president,
yes.
you were almost bungled by police officers, that feds there and all. Is it that the bar is always divided? Depends on who is in power. There is that political division. The politician, they want to get control of them. Is that what is happening with the bar?
Yes, it's not only currently, but even in the past. And I like the fact that you allude to that, because many people don't know, say, the entire bar association protest was masterminded by me. For all them placards the way they see going on, I bought them, got slogans on those placards. I can at the meeting 30 minutes the executive, they resist me, say, I'm not for bringing placards into the meeting. I stood my ground. I said, I'm my own form of expression, this.
And you had the support of people like...
I had the support of people then, now where they're in governance. They then turning in, I was their hero. Then turning in, and then they stood with me, resisted the leadership, say, Mara forget in placards. Now that plain placards, and then later on, where the president then, Ibrahim Sow, put a resolution on the sacking of the VP to vote. We did it at 7 o'clock. We got word say, then send orders from wherever for the police and can disrupt the meeting. 9 members and can take me placards for that protest. So I organized everything. So I've been in this all. So what I see, the level of political penetration in the bar, it's not new, but again, it's worrying because it's getting to a point now that you know whose side the red lawyers are, you know whose side the green lawyers are.
Whose side you did?
I've always stood with the people of Sierra Leone.
And all what you did then, you didn't do it because you had...
Because I wanted to be...
Let me ask you quick about this. You were a member of the Renaissance movement. So a lot of people believe, had people who now be members of the SLPP. You get people now within a governance, So the APC government be accused Renaissance of being a shadow of the... Yes. So in 2021 you resigned, and you said you're moving away, you're resigning because the association they divert from in focus.
Correct.
You moving away from Renaissance. You get any regret about that, or you could have been within and hold on to it? Because this was a movement you led, other people led, and una raised up a lot of issues where now been collective voice where a lot of people believed in.
Yes, I think say in any movement, waiting the keep political movement going is honesty, sincerity to the vision and to the focus. And I think, say, at that point in March 2021, I got to a point where I feel like the vision has been tainted. And
by
there was,
who? By who?
By the leadership.
These are your friends from college.
Yes.
You start this whole thing and believed in it.
But you don't know you partied and truly unless you entrusted with power, unless you entrusted with privilege, unless you entrusted with position.
So you only get to know them when they get power.
Yes, and I think say it's particularly unfortunate because these were guys that I stood with. These were guys that when we decided in 2013 thereabout for March what JJ Bantin had, we left that I was keeping up the Black Renaissance movement, and then they had what they had then, but they wanted the Renaissance vision. So we had like long conversations on that one day. One time in the would have me all stay 3 o'clock in the morning for craft vision. So on 10 we'll get meeting say 3, 4 in the morning. We agreed on virtually everything. So I thought that we're crafting a national vision for Salone, where that vision is above tribe, it is above religion, it is above political party.
But you should have stayed on.
No.
And changed.
No.
You should have. Because
I tell you what, because the movement is being led by pioneers. And once you know, say, the original pioneers, they had a different agenda altogether than Renaissance, I had to leave. And I'm not leaving Renaissance. Yes, I still can. I'm leaving the corporate movement. I'm leaving the corporate movement. I'm always Renaissance. I would always be a Renaissance leader.
Do you feel betrayed or you betray the cause?
No, I feel essentially and fundamentally betrayed by men who use the movement for projects them political ambition, not only for they reach a point for reveal and true identity, that they were not sincere to the cause and the ethos and vision of the
yourself,
movement.
how genuine and credible Renaissance was. You know, where the SLPP can appear, you get people who are big Renaissance movement members, them we get jobs.
Yes.
high offices,
Yes,
including the Anti-Corruption Commissioner. You were also appointed as a board member.
yes, but I think board member no, and I sought advice from many of my mentors them.
Yes.
For say.
But you were appointed by this government when they came in.
Yes, appointed.
Yes.
I lasted 3 months and I was kicked out.
So was that a compensation to people who were part of this movement, who were part of Renaissance? Say, okay, Renaissance, when I've been on the go after the APC government, we don't kind of power now. Una get ACC, una get Ministry of Basic Education, una give you Sori Marale,
Yes,
board member,
correct.
na this parastatal and all that.
So I did not understand that there was an agenda for compensate. I did not understand.
So you thought you were
So I thought that when I was called to serve, I spoke with a few of my mentors. They said, "Oh, you can't be an activist all the time. You need for render service." I said, I don't want any mainstream political position because I'm not a politician. So they advised the only thing way you can take, pass you serve as a member of a board. Once you serve, then you're not into mainstream politics. You're not a politician.
Appointed by the government.
Appointed by the president. So I was appointed by the president for sit on Salcab. I lasted 3 months.
Why?
I think I shared my story. I take a number of positions. One, there were a number of things that were being done wrongly. That as a board member, and shall say we stick to corporate governance, etc., etc. But more importantly, it was when I filed the mandamus papers against the Chief Justice. That was when my trouble began.
With who?
Well, the establishment calls from some of my friends to say, oh, you are rattling or rocking the boat, or you are rattling establishment.
So you were part of this boat. You were appointed because they believe you're part of this boat.
So yes, Lamana, the point I'm making, I did not know it was part of an agenda, right? I thought that, oh, you can't be an activist where some people and say they write and they talk. You have to serve. So genuinely, I thought that it was an opportunity to serve.
Sorry, that now Augustus Oisembe Mara. We, of course, then convict them under this government because they consider for this they put too much suicide, not supposed to put more. And at the end of the day, they may get appointments. Appointment last for 3 days, and it stand against certain things. The way they go on way wrong. Now they board, and then they feel say no, this is not supposed for. Influence the all we call, of course, say. Ben Kelfala and Imbinden at the Renaissance movement, so the all be don't call. We see the only Ben Kelfala the play right now, but Augustine be don't left because since Augustine left, and then he begin to take advocacy work again, and get case to make other things them, and several times that they way. And they don't bully him. We don't take case in a court about the vehicular movement. IG in a court winner. He can't ECS in a court and in case and plenty other one the way he don't stand for the people. And he say he always stand by the people and he will always be by the people.
Yeah, so of course, Mara don't go through a lot, and like how a real story or what you talk about, you really know say, interestingly, the country all goes alone. A lot of organizations and programs, it's always driven by selfish agenda or motives. Now, I make me Bokutin, I know they join. People when they ask me for something, I know they join. All right. I think the only organization where I joined, na Salon, we are still a member, a proud member, na SLAJ, Salon Association of Journalists, we mean a SLAJ member, wherein I can voice my views, I can post whether other SLAJ member like that or like that, that's okay. Of course, me a SLAJ member, I'm a part of the umbrella body, but apart from that, a lot of things what people in the council, because people always get hidden agenda on different things. Mara talk about the Renaissance. Is the Aribo Renaissance again?
Yes, it's
not the Aribo Renaissance again, because the motive when we formed Renaissance was for be a pressure group for unseat the past government, right? Now then we were black na London, march all over, march na London, kind of New York, march na New York, organize na Salon, meet with
them, and the people stand up against the government for the social contract. Ben Kelfala to be specific, if you want to let people understand.
Thank you. So Ben Kaifala, when they be the chair people where they before Renaissance, then the anti-corruption commissioner, where they always they post picture, where they eat in restaurants, they post on Facebook, where they and so on and so forth. So now they are about Renaissance because the motive was for being a pressure group, pressurize the past government and unseat a leader kind of power. And now that's what happens. Now you see. So Mara ain't be the part of that, but he be there in a situation like I say, in colleague, they all be the college, they believe in them, say that they do the right thing, so they all be the organized, print banner, poster for protest and all of that. Forgetting that, not be no say this was like a mission. For let the man there, then just want to the past government and let them able get way and kind of power. And when they do that, now look how Renaissance Day. So now I make incessant get for shock. And they say you never know a man's true character until you give him power. You know, we ever know person in true character once you give him power or it takes power. So now it happen. Allah for Renaissance, try for make the government and whatever pressure group or whatever now come in, Mother Bio win, President Bio win, then come in, now look at it. So now they even hear about Renaissance. Trust me, other years down the line, SLP come on power, this government come on power, they begin back for Renaissance. But people will therefore be wise up. Now make people and they meet you and begin to tell, we as educated people will therefore be able to be smart enough for no certain things, so they put temper. So Mara, you don't put in life at stake or you don't sacrifice a lot in challenging a lot of issues. In fact, even Naomi even sued the Elections Commissioner Court for saying they get the right for publish the information at world level. All outside election take place. Therefore, make sure that they publish that information there. Because all that issue of this thief, not thief, you come up with that data, where they say, oh, now project the data or not. Wait 30 days, the Elections Commission not going to publish the information because that's the no say. Then thief the people and votes and thief the people and election results in favor of President Bio. Because of that, they're not going to publish them. So Mara stand out and even take them in court. But because the country, of course, all knows how come on. Might makes right, winner takes all. Because a winner takes all, so if you didn't at the other side, they talk, they're not there, but austerity will judge you. And insatisfying conscience. Because I not go sit down so accept me more, being a lawyer, and know say this not right, I just sit down and accept me more. It take them on. At the end of the day, certain things they do happen and convict them or whatever, but you really know say, yeah, this is just, it's just a game plan because you cannot fight the government in power. But you can make noise. You can add your voice. Now I can say if you say too small for make a difference, try sleep inside room with one mosquito. Let's see how that one mosquito they could go torment you. All right? But he puts himself at risk as well. So now person won't need for recognize.
And even in career, he didn't come at some point. But anyway, when you come back, by the way, what do you make up of Soy?
No, very short, people like Mara now people that we need for the celebrate at this time they are alive for us. Because when you find out, say, in type people in the country what we call Salon, they're not boku. When you listen to this interview, it's very, very emotional. Things that the way he talk, they see the risk, they see the sacrifice where he do. You they see all of them things them they like not to say it perfectly okay, but it fight for make the right things them happen so the majority they able to enjoy that facility there. Because if he left to in one more, he follow in company when Francis Ben Kelfala like today we for the see a big office them. You understand? Where if for they achieve things that they better himself and in family. But he said no, this not to my own passion. My passion is for make I do me work and see how other people and they gain from my own voice. And exactly now he really stand for so that kind of people there, I think say Sierra Leoneans them we need for the celebrating people there for make themselves no say waiting that they do, we really appreciate them. When you listen to this man his statement on this interview, to be honest with you, he will pray for make we able get them kind people here more in the country so we able to find ourselves who side we want to say. But if not, we go still into the damage where we they like it today. Because the Regionalism movement, we see all the things them way they do at that time. When other people be happy, saying that the right thing they do. Not knowing that they do things there for unseat this the former government way na Aneskoma APC government. And soon as they succeed, we see some are ministers, some they go area, some they go area. So they expose themselves. Except people like Mara were able to isolate himself from that kind of damage where then people have don't plan for the country as the country they inside damage right now. Then they enjoy the damage. Then the majority they suffer the damage.
Yeah, and even before even they move, purposeful. This Charonoba, this minister of information, all over. Now they all been a purposeful, right? So now they all been the Renaissance, and also now make a purposeful organization. We say an organization where they promote women and girls' rights all over the place. Fair enough, okay. But now look at the Minister of Information. Well, I don't get any issue for you to take up Minister of Information as a civil society person. That's okay. But at some point, if I see you, they become more political in a way I know they expect you. And they begin to ask some questions. So this possibly don't they in this deeply before even it can, of course, well, now like a compensation. All I want within this government right now, or 99.9% a compensation. When they don't they do one thing. But I tell you why I say something, they become more political in a way I know say okay, even when we in the Renaissance or purpose, we don't they do this. Look at a simple thing today where the free LAJ, right? The free LAJ today now sell after they don't lock up for long time for waiting. They say robbery with violence or robbery with aggravation. Basically, define the say one riotous conduct. Then they say it thief technophone. You know, how man go get iPhone, he go thief technophone. Then they say he go pump fuel, now fuel station, you no pay. Any man go over 20-something million Leone in car. All right? And all of that. And then jail him. For a very long time, you know, very unfair. Now when they go pull up today, you know, well, it's better late than never still. But last year show you just wait till the minister post. You know. For me, if just for say the president don't free people over 300 prisoners there, we amongst them popular musician LJ. All right, president don't free them, they don't come out, and he do one because a part of in rights for do every year they pardon people and where they behind bars. That's the information we you need for give people. All right. I talk them again. Me as a communications person or minister of government will say, President BO don't free over 300 and whatever prisoners today in jail. And one of them, a popular musician, Amadou Ba, what they call LJ. Okay? And this now one of what the president they do every year when a New Year's Day, they use prerogative for free or mercy or give people, grant people amnesty or mercy after they don't begin serve because they cooperate well. Now all the information that the way you need for pass out. Right? Okay. Look what the minister post. Emotional, poignant, pensive, celebratory. It was everything as we saw our Sierra Leone brother, King Boss Ellie, walk out of prison to enjoy real freedom. We are all grateful to President Bio for his mercy and generosity and commit as his call on us to lift Sierra Leone above all else. Enjoy these pictures highlights from today's freedom walk. That's a politician speaking. So you see the two type of messages. Always you need for do they don't free prisoner, including a LJ, and president get the rights for free people every year. That's the information, public information aspect. Of course, why begin doing that kind of way they don't begin to
talk about these are two different kind of people. The way how you go pass the message, the way how that man they will pass the message are two different. Okay. So
and this is civil society policy. We been there with the civil society. We been there protect self as a civil society for on behalf of. Okay, so Mara, thumbs up, and definitely you don't show yourself say you've been there on behalf of the people, and we need for at least make sure say yourself know say you don't do a lot for the country, and people need to know about what you don't do.
And that's why we appreciate you today. We move to the next person. Well, this other person, a person this way, a woman, a very strong woman, and we a lot of people, you know, in messages then begin come very big. Not that thing they well, if you don't begin from the last government. You know, but this time a message can begin big. Where about 4 or 5 years ago, all of waiting a preach now been to money conference center outside the government with the old been to money too for discuss issue about this particular the particular way how the government, how the country they go, how to balance the other things they don't hit up the society and how they for make sure say they hook up with the opposition party and other people for the country go before. So all of what it preach inside that particular thing, then a thing where we continue for live on, and every other day, then they continue for happen as we they go along. So this recent past, we see inside Bassita Michael, Augustine resigned from a position now the judicial and the service commission also correct standing later. Also, he talk about the audit reports, Auditor General, about the way how they handle them and how they want for dismissal and how they suspend them, where it's not correct. So he finally resigned and he still continue for doing work and make sure that he stand for the people of this country. So let me listen what Basita been say now Bintumani 4 to 5 years ago.
All the long-standing problems still entrenched in our society. We have added another problem, which is making things even worse, which is taking us backwards and not forward. And what is that? It is the seeming policy of division and exclusion, marginalization of a certain group. That is not good for business. The political instability and tension is not encouraging investment. Division on tribal lines does not consolidate peace. It perpetuates resentment. Now, yesterday, in the opening statement of our leaders, we were inspired in so many ways that we saw that our leaders, for the first time, admitting to faults and willing to take responsibility. But we also see that there is a big gap between rhetoric and reality. We are preaching peace, yet we are undermining those institutions that foster peace. We can give countless examples, but I don't want to bore you right now with examples. Let me just mention a few. Cannot preach peace and you're sacking people who are guaranteed with security of tenure under the Constitution and the statute. You cannot preach peace and you impose a speaker on parliament against the majority party in parliament. We cannot preach peace when it seems like appointments are being done on tribal lines. We cannot preach peace when we are depriving access to justice of the hearing of political cases by opposition or otherwise, and even by the Sierra Leone Bar Association.
All right, so that's na Basita Michael. By the way, and Alpha, the ball, called Alpha, please unmute, by the way. Alpha, unmute you, Mike.
You know, all of them things are just they remind people of people like this way we don't talk, but the things them way they happen so they like it today. Where this particular government feel say they're not bad people they're not for talk against them. I don't get much talk today, as I say, just that it's a surprise to we foresee a government we say nobody not for oppose them. You when they oppose them, you don't become a threat. But why make some of we not surprised? Kiatika Biowe Kone say now the president of the country right now. He don't sit on a radio station, a TV station, usa a talk say anybody we not the support him, he stand as an odul na in part. That one they mean say if you know they support him, you don't become threat, and since you become threat to Kiatika Bio, you know get peace in the country. That's don't make where they see most of your brothers and sisters they left the country because of this truth where they talk. Yes, We don't see all of them people have they do this, the previous government, but they still sitting in the country, they do their work. But it reach caretaker in turn now, it don't can't turn gegena truth. But me, I'm not surprised because Advocacy will be make sure for leak all of the secret there where they happen so in the country today. It tell me when caretaker they come, if he succeed for me, the caretaker of the country, the plans there are where in get for the country. And indeed, all of the things that they today, some of we don't see them. So there are plenty to talk. Them kind of videos there, we just they play them for we people them for me they able to reflect their mind back, usai we come out and usai we day and usai they go.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys. Basita Michael, of course, is a lawyer and I don't do so well in terms of highlighting issues, lapses in the constitution or issues we know they go well as far as rights and justice concerned. And I did read you a tweet in English where he be right some month back when they appoint Andrew Jaya Kaikai as head of the country drug law enforcement agency. All right, Andrew Jaya Kaikai, now the head of the drugs law enforcement agency, where President Biobi appointed few months ago, and Parliament will do approval. But something very important happened, and I read you the tweet where Basita be tweet through even Sarah I Salon because that newspaper, the other online paper, the Sarah I Salon, instead of one of the one the radio running. He said Mr. Kaikai's confirmation to members of Parliament that he received significant gifts, including a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, Toyota Land Cruiser, and Fortuner from a friend while serving as chief immigration officer, has far-reaching implications as they appear to contravene Section 51 of the Anti-Corruption Commission Act. This now possible now be the chief immigration officer. He said where there as chief immigration officer, he received gifts from one party. One, the Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, another Toyota Land Cruiser, another Toyota Fortuner from one party. That's a member in the chief immigration officer. Okay, Basita draw reference to the Anti-Corruption Commission Act, we say it contravened that Section 51, which explicitly outlines the consequences for public officials who solicit or accept gifts, fees, or personal benefits in exchange for favors connected to their official duties. That particular section they talk about public official not for accept any gift from businessman. If he accepts gift, if we declare to government, they know under which circumstances we accept that gift today. Section 51 of the Anti-Corruption Act is unequivocal in its stance on the matter. 1. A public officer who solicits or accepts any gift, fee, or personal benefits from any person, all right, as an inducement or reward for anything done or omitted to be done by him in the performance of his duties, commits an offense and shall be liable on conviction to a fine 5 times the value of the gift or benefit or 50 million leos, whichever is greater, or to imprisonment for a term not less than 1 year or both short fine and imprisonment. This is not Andrew Jaya Kaikai. Imagine when I've been chief immigration officer, where they deal with all the passports and all of that. They say Impadi, Giam, Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, Toyota Land Cruiser, Toyota 4Runner, this party Lekamo. And what's like this important? All right, at some point, Nigeria may investigate somebody where they say he go commit murder case in Nigeria. They say they use, they use salon passport. All right, and LJS have been there, they use salon passport. It is crucial to highlight that the seriousness of these allegations, especially as they come in the wake of allegations that an alleged murderer from Nigeria purchased a Sierra Leone passport. Person wey kill Nigerian man when a murderer. Now salon passport he buy and I use and who commit that crime in Nigeria. If we are committed to the fight against corruption. So this na Andrew Jaya Kaikai, this same person, all right, he passed through Parliament, presidents will appoint him back as head of the country's drug and law enforcement agency, Andrew Jaya Kaikai. Nobody knock off, even Parliament approved the man. Right now, as I talk to you, Andrew Jaya Kaikai, the head of the drugs and law enforcement agency in our salon, wait for control push.
Corruption say they investigate them.
Nothing. When I for the control push, imagine.
And especially when they salon passports, they give beaucoup where they say African American salon passports. We don't even know that.
Thank you. Thank you. So October
under the
last year,
and then we don't be there. A lot of container them way na drugs business where they appear in other parts of the world.
Thank you. So October last year, the president, and in wisdom, appoint this same man as the head of the country in Drug and Law Enforcement Agency. As I talk to you, the director of the Drug Law and Enforcement Agency.
So under this man immigration and term, now they one container again white powder come out and say na North America also Brazil also we end up for turn in gizzard and chicken and fish. We will not
Thank
see
you.
No anything. We
So,
the IGB go to Sovola.
Fine. So even Basita highlight him as a lawyer and even reference the Anti-Corruption Commission. All right, act. We conserve. Which kind of party that they go give you? Brother, me you know what's in a motoka. He give you one Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon as gift. He give you Toyota 4Runner as gift. He give you Toyota Fortuner as gift.
To that guy don't make. That party don't make.
3 highly valuable cars, right? And he accepts an parliament. He accepts an what they ask an parliament. He accepts it. Yeah, na in party. He get and then gift send it. So Basita raise him as a red flag. Say this kind man, who's kind party that the way you ask
possibly responsible
thank
for
you.
the country immigration.
Passport, immigration.
Yes, they accept the parliament of all. That the time way na so they been doing, they're not able to say nothing.
Thank you. So they still go ahead and approve him as the head of the country Drug and Law Enforcement Agency. Okay. Basita raise him up as a lawyer, he reference nothing. So this not the kind of woman who also instead of taking him, integrity one way or the other for feel say he highlights some of them.
In short follow just wrap up your own side. The time the auditor in your own case come up, of course, now the only person will stand up and talk against the government and in office. Say the procedure that they use is very wrong, and because now they use the wrong procedure are not ready for be part of this, and they resign, and indeed they resign. Where it's very difficult for them you see that happen, especially when they get salary and they think say the government will get for you left just nothing will get for the other things to you, but he still go on and resign, without looking backward. It gets a lot of lashes from SLPP, from government and other people, and but still it go on and continue for people that it be. So of course they don't stand up, and we want to say thank you to them as well.
Thank you. So definitely inside we deserve in flowers whilst he's still around. Lord know we just know it's something else. So any kind of people and I make all say it's nothing personal. We all they see how things they be. People and they take their stance on different issues, but people wait on this team up for raise up their voice on different levels. We need for recognize their efforts. It's not easy, especially under this government right now. And they come after people and don't die plenty. People who they criticize don't die. We don't see them kill people and all of that. Unless somebody they raise their voice on certain things, it takes extra courage and effort and love for the country for make people able to do it. So please, Lord give them kudos while they stay there alive. So Basita, we see you, and I think say you don't try any small way. It can be said that you want, if you say that you want, but that you voice that it counts. I make us say everybody in voice count because if injustice they go, they talk. It's like they support the one way they do them. But when you raise your voice, I like now you want. Let it do so posterity 10, 15, 20 years time then will come and say, yeah, this person will talk and he will do the right thing. Yes, NBP.
All right, we don't try at this particular point. We don't go and talk about we begin with Joseph, Thomas Joseph, Joseph Vixen, we come to Marcela Samba Sisse, we come to Augustine Soyi Sembe Mara, and then Basita Michael. Thank you guys, we appreciate you now. And amongst all, the other one where we know they send every punch to this government, where the audit report as well on the highlights for the things the way they come up with and how they do things them, for make sure they expose the corruption and financial inaccuracies them of this government and doing personal investigation and point cases the way this government don't they handle but they don't get credit to that. Now the African Express and of course the one way don't show a face before by the African Express now Cherno Bar. Yes.
Yeah. Of course, Chernobyl, of course, my colleague. I know him very well. He said, know me very well. We don't work together. And I can tell you for free, say not so today we get criticized and no government. He even writes that book doing the Ebola. Check for him book online where they say corruption, Ebola in Salon or something. He published a big book on that. How corruption rock the the government of Saran. And that's an be honest by Kuroma Binede. But that's an been good person. Even in Twitter and in text and in posting. President Mara be oriented and they retweet. They repost some of the posts that we Charno Babi they post from Africanist press. That's not to be bad person. You know. And even where you go Dakar, I host them. That's an I be the editor on Open Society Foundation, West Africa Democracy Radio. I host Charno Bana Dakar for the biggest morning program and the news program and even the evening program. It was like published all over West Africa. All right. I've been there with them. Again, criticizing a large enough the government of the day. That's how they handle the Ebola money, the corruption, and all of things. That's when they all be okay. So now, with this government kind of power away because they raise issues where also they doing all right. But instead, don't do any own small thing. That I'm telling you almost the people all they talk about Nayana, people away, they don't do their own bits. Or try to promote democracy and governance.
A lot of things in the way Africanist press don't pull do, where the government they come and say they know they listen to frivolous comments like Madabio say, but they're not able for debunk exactly within the man they say in the findings. Then. Of course, we able for publish one particular list where say 30 workmen in our Ministry of Finance they pay over 1,700 military personnel. 30 workmen in the Ministry of Finance they pay over 1,700 soldier man them, including different positions them as well. At one point where they say thing on the camp by Watalon the pass Gary, and then he able for give big fat salary to senior member them at the military for make sure say they stay with them and they able for protect them. Whilst the other one them the gap on day and then they suffer waste now they do the biggest part of the thing. We're able for no say for lady ECSL rig the election, even cleaner in salary, even pass, lieutenant colonel in salary na the military. So all of them things there, so it be come and point them out, and then the military be come and say the need for weed out the one the way they give information to African Express and the need for stop that because military and secrecy they don't need for the camera. So it means say yes, now two waiting and they do and a fact then pass on to them, and that's now we see give cause to waiting they happen today where you get a lot of military officers then we aggrieve, colonel, major, lieutenant colonel, other people then we really aggrieve with waiting they happen because injustice they inside the army. They will come out today and go put certain things against certain person because they feel say you not belongs to the team, you will go on and do other things where you really want for those. So this are the situation where we face an African Express, of course, don't they stand out, and they don't consistently they pull things them we get for do it, how accountability lack in this government, how corruption and other things them they make and in one of the posts in the way tell we how they plan for the election indeed we see how they end up for the election.
Definitely, of course, Children don't do a lot, and even the you talk about all anything and about, and that's the fact. One thing about the fact, you know, go able hide them. You go suppress them for some time, but you know go able hide them because you must come out, right? So, and that's true. People and then
sorry, Alpha. And one thing you can make, and in the post we don't make the first lady don't mix up as all man. Now the country with regards to public
because even that Lebanon trip,
yes,
that medical trip,
that one, that hands off our guards. He come and talk something in Facebook page for reply to channel. When he go on BBC, talk different thing. When he come here, I talk different thing. We will collide down there. Unfortunately, we not follow everything on him. And he make it completely there against what he say. All of what he say, even a Gambian, so it totally leak back waiting in on pull for deny them or waiting the African Express don't say. And at this now the possible make people for no say. Fatima inside Facebook page talk you say pay for all of the first lady the weekend and program. But on BBC he deny say no pay for the just take care of the number of the lodging. So because now English now they talking only the other day. So they don't need to stand out and Madam you recognize that the Fatima don't attack and several times and all of things. So but still they go on very strong.
Thank you. Sangwe Peme, say if you get program right now, you invite people in for come. Now you take care of them. Mm-hmm. All right? Such a high profile, even the UN. Where the UN again, the UN conferences now in New York. Mm-hmm. When if they invite you, the president, and maybe one or two others, then they take care of them. Mm-hmm. The other rest of the Kabru no more they work out. They don't want nobody. Mm-hmm. So tell me say invite other people and first the kind of country. You say they take care of them. Now it not even make sense. And even if people say buy tickets for them, but for taking care of a whole first lady from another country with an entourage and a free tongue, put them in a hotel, they all and spend a couple of days and they take them come back. Now small money than If you bring 5 or 6 or 7 first ladies together, and what are the impact? At the end of the day, we'll see the 5-year anniversary. We then celebrate Hands Off Our Girls, and we then bring musicians them. What's realistically Hands Off Our Girls don't do? You're not gonna tell me say you don't break the silence. The silence has been broken. People already be done the no say. All right, forgive people small picking belly. You know, all right. People and they still do them, but people have been on the know and talk about it. But what's realistically Hands Off Our Girls don't do? All right. So at the end of the day, Chernobyl, we stand firm, stand strong, and actually expose a lot of things within the goings on now. And me blow the whistle. I mean, they call at some point whistleblower. It blow the whistle on a lot of things that happen. Of course, Africanist press. And to be honest with you, they do a lot. And
even the biggest case when they get to Dr. Samuel Kamara and Africanist press. But just like what they do for the first lady, because they don't want to just focus on the recent case, and they say that they go beyond from 30 years ago, like what Josephus Dixon said.
Yeah. So Africanist press, and they even bring investigative journalism back into the colleagues. Because Salon Boku, you know, we don't know what's not investigative journalism. Boku don't move on. Boku, something they happen, they don't move on. You know, as something happen, we don't move on. Recently, I do something with the UNFPA. You know, on that woman where they go kill na Bondo Bush na Bond district. You know, some people don't even forget about that story. They say they even exist. Like so, Salon Boku, they don't know they even go beyond for him. So, Africanist press bring back investigations. For say when you wanna say wanna go Lebanon, how much money wanna go spend? This I wanna say wanna lot. Also they wanna lot. The receipt wanna prepare and a fake receipt. They even up to them provide all the evidence. They, you know, Fatima, where they receive government couple. We see bank withdrawals. We say office of the first lady withdraw billions and billions of leons for XYZ in this year. So it bring investigation with facts, with documents back to the forum for make people able to know say these things happen. So yeah, Charnaba, instead of trying, you know. Of course, again, a number once in a while will be the talk, even though for a while now, I don't really get in church. But he says stand up or put out a lot of information will help for get the narrative. So now, what's he going to tell me about fighting corruption? We are in where Ben Kaifala come. I think after 1 or 2 years, he go hand over check 8 billion leons balls. So where is he going over to President Bio? When are the money?
So for when they invest that money, they will turn on no side.
Yeah, past government officials said they present a check of I think 8 billion or so. Where say they get to pass, they withdraw from past government officials. That was like 2 or 3 years ago. After that, now what's it happen now? When again we don't see that kind of ceremony, they say they will present a check from government officials and now with the thief money. You know, so that they tell you about the kind of system who they work on. But at the end of the day, then people are all what they talk about, nothing personal. It's about we recognizing people we don't stand out, just like me and you they do. You know, at the end of the day, right now, at we own age and level, you know, you don't get nothing for tell me.
So in this case, when somebody do good, he do good. Not in other way for mix your personal and your public something together. You know, so if Africanist squares don't do good, we go talk. And so I been do the other day where I talk about, you know, Adebayo. A lot of people say no, but whatever, everybody, even Africanist squares, you get contrary view to waiting when they say. You know, other people like you rightly say when you begin say some people are like them, some people not like them. So of course you get to become a rebel before you become freedom fighter.
Thank you. So family, I just want to make know say as they try to wrap up this program. All them people we already talk about, you know, some of themselves never meet them personally. I get people in Ghana, this one personally men they will never meet. Some then they of course I don't say I don't meet with personally. Some they never meet with them personally, but because of all which don't they happen and they always stand there, they talk about. And the other thing is about Salon. Even the award when they give people you know, they will just sit down and give people an award, say, oh, they don't give you this award because you favor the system or maybe give them small money. But people who actually deserve the award them because of what they don't get them. So, like where I talk about just now about the Bible, what the Bible says, the foundation weak, the laborer, the labor in vain. So, until we go back and address the foundational issues, my brother, I think say the issues they will continue for a while. But Lord keep on. You go facing you one or now you voice you one going too small.
Before we wrap up quickly, we don't put beyond side them. Let people they can tell quickly in just 1 minute whether everything we said in place or on track. or we just the try for can make up some story. So let's just give a quick one minute for the voices before we go, because we said I'm not okay from this part now, and we need to like always we need for give them the opportunity for do waiting them for do. So please, the line open, you can call, and please when you call, make sure so you use the volume of your set, and then you turn on the you talk to me through the phone. The program that we have on YouTube and on Facebook, not for like and share. You may not subscribe, please consider for do so. Many as Sembe, the freedom fighter,
by Bure Kablai.
and the other parts we get Alpha Kamara. Okay, so let me listen.
We go on the phone line. Hello, caller. Your name and who side you call it from?
Hello, Sengbe Pierre and Babure Alpha. How na they do? Mina Jibril, I call from Virginia.
All right, go ahead. You get 1 minute, please. You did live. Go ahead. You get 1 minute, please.
Correct. Yeah. Mina question no more I get. Since una day and una, in a media is so popular. This thing will happen today in Sierra Leone. I see the prisoners them will then release. They say they release 352. And this man will release them prisoners. Yeah. He get right for Duam, illegitimate?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So then one for no. If it not be so, he Kone and this man, who that get forget problem at the end of the day.
So
Waiting and say the proper or whatever.
The president get right for do that they asked by constitution.
Okay, but this government here, is it legitimate?
When we wait for the review committee.
So that's the question. If not legitimate, they end up. If the tripartite end up for let them turn over stop. Waiting again for then prisoners are then going to return them back.
No, that is a part of the constitution. Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Your name and who side you call it from?
Yes, happy new year to you all, my brothers. I tell you, thank you for the program we wanna do today. At least now give some of we hope say good people and in Sierra Leone. And myself are proud of them. My question to you, maybe when I don't take part by election in Sierra Leone, why Sierra Leoneans get forget a national ID card and then register again and get another ID card for election? It's not possible for them to use the same ID card, national ID card for register for election. I'm a question to now. And thank you all. It was a great party yesterday. This is not EU.
EU, thank you. God bless you.
Example pick?
They connect. Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so on the issue of this ID card, I think that been one thing that the way they want for March, for later we get one ID card. That is why we don't get this unique identification number. But we wait for still waiting government in or government out to do on that. Please, when you call, make sure so you use the volume of your set and listen to your phone only.
Yeah, a question number I get.
Please, we're not okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Please. Sorry about that. Caller, you did live. You never said the call from. Caller, you did live. Alright, so we go to another call quickly.
Please, family members, before we pick your call, make sure for put down the volume of the sets where they listen the program from, please. Call and take part in the program as everybody gets 1 minute for take part in the program today. This now we are the way they bring you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Abdul, you live. You're welcome on the show.
Yeah, I don't see 1 minute talk enough, but I'll try to make my points quick. Yesterday, you una call big names in Sierra Leone, and una continue with that today. This is the point where we always don't make say we get good Sierra Leoneans then. You get the Femi Claudio School. You get a lot of the Larat still appears. Some of these people are going to be interested in becoming politicians, and they tell you, but they can able to recruit good people This is not the best chance Sierra Leone get a third force. We go able to get rid of them two big parties here. I wonder we had other social media network them. They lay emphasis on this. Let we forget a third force. Yeah, next time we will get more time. I'll be able to elaborate on this. Thank you, bye.
Thank you, Abdul. God bless you. Hello, caller. You're welcome on the show. You get
Hello.
1 minute.
Hello?
You're welcome. You get 1 minute. Go ahead.
Yeah, now just short here one say Mr. Alpha, Bible and Sembe Pierre, una don't sacrifice your life them for we. And let God continue for God and protect you because right now una not go good at all. Because I don't put myself in the limelight for liberate that country. Whatever mission that they pursue, whatever thing I do for let this country go before let go make una self no regret because right now it's so disheartening. You understand your country for good it's on trouble. You understand? I shall not how patriotic una. You understand? For una sacrifice una yourself for we, the people of Sierra Leone. It's a blessing for us. Let God guide and protection. Let God keep una safe forever. Amen. Bye bye.
Thank you, brother. Hello, caller. You're welcome on the show. You get 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hello, good evening, Bible and Pepe.
God bless you.
Everything.
God bless you, brother.
Yeah. This is concerned citizen for my body.
Go ahead, brother, man.
Yeah, like this ID card business, really, what's the day after now? This is not compulsory. Like so now, you want to go renew your driving license, you forget national ID card. You want to do anything, you forget national ID card. 145,000 loans. What they do, they open different sided. Anyway, we go, you know, they skin for them, but that money, it's too much. It's too much. The ID card, the money is too much. We go 3 days ahead of them. Because me, I don't collect for screen for anything, I want to do anything. I try to get them. On 145,000 loans. Like, you want to go pay account, they forget them. You want to go renew driving license, you forget them. You want to go renew motor license, forget her. You want travel, even separate and finance checkpoints there, within the answer, we national ID card. So really, you know, fear in the country, all let's in there, more stress come with the couch. It is thing for it for the hard force. Therefore, we'll take national ID card 145,000.
Thank you. God bless you.
Go. Thank you so much.
Caller, please reduce the volume of yourself. Hello?
Hello?
You're welcome on the show. Get 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay, boss, I'm calling from Jersey City. This is Kylo.
Kylo, once again, you're welcome.
Happy New Year's, man.
Same to
the only question I want to know, I know Secretary is Aliyu Kuruma or what? I want to know by Bure other name.
Now by Bure Kablai from the north.
No, the other one. Not from the north.
Now the warrior name, now necessary now. By Bure Kablai from the north.
So I want to know by Bure you want too.
Now you don't call so by Bure.
Okay, by Bure. Hallelujah.
Amen.
But what do they try for say? 2023 is a blessing in disguise. Because all the man the way they be want let them squeeze, let them steal the election, and then they left there now. Because what you make them be whole LEG big boss now for the election, so he's free. And the other guy again, how they call him, and the former ex-candidate, he said they left him. So election is over. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Yeah. So what do they try for doing no more? LEG, let it not give up. Stand for the people. Stand for the people.
All right.
Because Samura know they stand for the people. Look, Congo. Congo, when they thief the election, they don't go court, but they say the people are for come out. What did Samura do? Samura not stand for the people.
Thank you, Kylo.
Samura not stand for the people.
Thank you.
Congo.
Thank you. Hello, caller. You welcome. You get 1 minute. Go ahead.
Thank you, guys. God bless you. Gentlemen, in the area of this corruption side, I always say on a program the last time I record the way we government and they appoint commissioner them for so long. They appoint political badge member them for big commissioner. So however, it'll be difficult for we. However, hello?
You did live, go ahead.
So, however, it'll be difficult for we address the masses issue and address justice and really tackle corruption in our country. I want to make it clear to today, when I mark this word. Ben Kelfala, Mame Bangua, Kande Yunkela, non-difference, no dependent. This Ben who na this issue, 2024-25, when I go see another SLP police for big flag bearer. So, it's very difficult. You're not able to do justice. So many don't think that happen. I know of a case now marine time.
Thank you.
If we're not deep into that stage, we're going to go see bend. When it comes to the Commission of Inquiry, just like with Marasi, there is everything clear and not to joke. Then three people in the Mohamed Bangura, Kande, Ben, if I not sabi the rest people on other than the one and they let God not make the whole power in our country. They are good people. Even the
Hello, caller. You're welcome on the show. You get 1 minute.
Hello?
You're welcome on the show. You get 1 minute. Excuse me.
Hello? Una dey hear me?
You did live. Go ahead. You get 1 minute.
Okay, thank you. Bible Pierre, thank you so much for all what una dey do.
God bless you
and
too.
Thank you for una the highlights people the way they really try for help na that country day. And to one waiting that one caller say, I'm so sorry that at this point una not go able for go na salon. But not to anybody get salon. Salon now we all get time. Do ya una take care of una self, una stay healthy, because one day salon go better. And we all go continue for support una and all the one the way they try for do this work. God bless una. Mina Fatmata, the call from the United States.
Thank you, my sister. God bless you too. All right, so we take 5 more calls for round of the program. As soon as they see condition them, we know even okay. We just try at least for can pass on the message today together with we brother Ubade. Hello, caller. You welcome on the show. You get 1 minute.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the call from down. I hope you do well. Happy New Year to you guys.
Thank you. Same to you, my brother.
Yeah, man. You know, when I watch this program, I remember of the states, and I'm very proud. They look at Ali when a young man, and they look at him, and Alpha when a young man, what they do. Of course, Cherno and I, a very close colleague of mine. We even talked the last 12 hours. I know which, like, of course, Dixon, I'm a young one. I know people they are so very proud of them. I watch when they celebrate them, it makes me very proud. And really, I just for keep it up. Easy. Especially when I go on for go back home, easy. When I just continue for do tonight. Like we Alpha they say, what they say, and you waiting by Buddha just all they do. When I just continue that way, and when I continue for a light, more people and more than they do than thing they are. When they do one for God, when they do one for the people of Sierra Leone, when I get that courage, that benefit you, when I go get them, inshallah. Okay, then, thank you so much.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, brother, man. God bless you. We'll take 4 more calls. Just 4 calls. 4 more calls. Call and take part in the program. And not forget for hit the like button for we family member and continue for share this program and invite more new family members. And this now we are we talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Hello, caller. You name and who side you call me from. You get 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hello?
You did live. Now we are. Go ahead. You get 1 minute. Caller, reduce the volume of your set.
Yeah, we are.
You did live.
Yes. Me now, Augustine at the call from United States.
All right. Now listen to yourself, caller, please. Oh. All right. We'll take 3 more calls. 3 more calls for round of the program. Make sure for reduce the volume of your set. If you want to take part in the program, please. As we pick your call, just put down the volume of your set. After you don't call, you can go put them more back. You're able to listen to yourself. But you're not able to talk on the phone at the same time you want for listen to your voice at the set way you dey listen the program from. This now we had call and take part of the program. We'll take 3 more calls for wrap up the program for today. And also don't forget, we still remind you for hit the like button for we and share the program. Call more new family members them we go make we reach the 1 million family members them inside the house. This now we had Kola, you welcome on the show. You get 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hello, Grandpa, Sengbe Pierre, and Bible Recably.
God bless
Happy
you.
New Year.
Same to you.
I wish I may forget better than that. I for don't sing the Happy New Year song in a saloon, but not able. May God bless you now.
Amen.
When I go saloon, but when I go saloon, I the victory. I will go for sing for now. This now fight now deeper. This fight here will not tire by God in power. And the one the way they talk boku about this tribalism. Who said they been there where Patricia this lady where I just showed just now. Where they talk about the tribalism, how then they appoint people by tribal line. They not be they condemn, they not be they talk. Now this behavior now when this thing they continue persistently. And then I can begin talk about her. Now you see all over the place, people then begin to talk. And when I all be don't talk this. When I all be don't say this, nobody not be they condemn. But guess what? When they reach there, Madam you, God go pull down this 2024. God go pull Madam you now we eat by God in power. We all will go back to the salon and celebrate.
All right.
Now thank you. That's what I get for my gifts. That beautiful woman for me.
All right. Okay, we wait for the last lucky caller for tonight. Call and take part in the program. We always remind you for hit the like button for we and share the program for bring more new family members them. And we there for talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. If they not blow, we know they blow. The most important thing we always fight for see the country how we want for see and win at the good part. But as caretaker Bio take over the responsibility of Mama Saloon. Well, we not say bad things that nobody happen. No. But you find out, say, now the worst dip and happen at the country as the majority dip and cry and grumble. We always say the cost of living in the country right now. So, and obviously we get questions them for ask, except the choosing one, then we know they see the fact of the things that will happen. The last call for tonight. Hello, caller, you welcome on the show. You get 1 minute, go ahead. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. You welcome on the show. You get 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay. I get an observation. The observation what I get, I want to let you see what they go on at the country. Anytime APC get opportunity or get edge over the SLPP, now the time they see religious leaders, all the organizations that they come or say let's talk peace. But whenever SLPP they do the wrong, none of them, all of them, they are silent. I don't know if UNASEF they take that observation. Anytime APC get the edge over SLPP, whether they do the right thing, APC they do the right thing, now they tell all the religious leaders that they come out say let's talk peace. So now my own contribution. I want UNASEF look into that. Since the SLPP came 2018 up to present. So now in that. Thank you.
Hello, caller. You welcome on the show. You get 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hello.
You did live on the air. God bless you.
Yes, I'm happy and no worry. Una go salon. Una they go salon. Una they go as hero. And then they no mommy call for tell una no men all them nonsense way they depart. Una they go as hero and we go celebrate una by God power. Sure. Una no worry. Una just keep up the good work. Let God cover una for we. Sure. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. All right, family members, them that now the last lucky caller for tonight. Now yeah, we stop the calls them for today and we round up the program for tonight. We start from we brother over to you, Alpha. You know you agree with people them say which thing will be your last word before they left the studio?
Alpha, unmute your mic.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, thank you all. I appreciate the callers that much. Thank you, Fambule. Also appreciate you so much. Sometimes it's good for make say people they appreciate it too. But first, the first caller will say if the president get it right for free, then 352 prisoners there. Because not a legitimate president or not a legitimate government. Because I know say they come up from. They come up from the point being that they say they tip the elections. The election is still inconclusive because the issues are still there at time when not able to settle it. The committee way for looking into all issues they're still there on. So now make it they say if in case the committee end up for overturn the result or whatever. But as it stands, the president is the president of the country. Whether by hook or by crook, right now the president of Salon. That's what I mean for a second term. So whatever happened, then we'll settle election. But that no. Well, in my own view, me not a lawyer, I say that in my own view and by fact, still at the fountain of honor because I'm the president of the country. Whether he get the power now, this second time through hook or by crook or a tifa now, but not the president. So he get it right. Well, performing in duties of giving mercy to people every year. So I think say it's still right for make you do that. And even though we don't pardon so, for whatever reasons, if the committee end up for well, in my own view, I feel say it's not possible for overturn again, for come back to the realities. The election, they don't tip and done. I think whatever things we don't get for do now for the future elections or election we get for come, or what's to happen and offices. So still get it right in my view. Say for freedom, prisoner there. I know me say never come back to that jail. But thank you for that concern, Dave. And a lot of issues then come on the ID cards. Well, me no actually understand more, but I think say this civil registration where they force people to let them get the national ID card. I think it's just a way for track the people, the Sierra Leonean and the country. But in the Sierra Leonean context, I don't even feel that they make more sense because people and they even get salon passports. When I buy and they buy them, then they go do bad in other countries. So what's it different with the ID card? So Mango can't say I want the ID card in a salon process, so then na Ghana or na Nigeria come out. So and also somebody be talking about some holidays to the voter ID cards. Even the US, you get voter ID card, you get national ID card. So we don't know why them be say the voter ID card, pass you get national ID card or whatever. But we don't know what's the how they handle them. But no more information affordable, so people are able to get access to them. And if you're not able to get passport now, at least able to get the national ID card for able to move on. And somebody talk about the opposition leader and a weak opposition. Is it because look the East Africa opposition, they're very strong. Well, I think say the opposition leader or the opposition organizers alone are weak, especially this current opposition person Samura. Well, it go say in your way sometimes a weak or the people want to for behave, not so they behave. And a lot of people are still, even at their own party, they still ask about the peace agreement where they be signed. Say the thing they already be say they want for do, they don't do none of that. They don't even settle on that, but they sign the peace agreement. But then other people in view, right? But still not the opposition leader until it changes, right? Somebody they talk about the Anti-Corruption Commission. Of course, the Anti-Corruption Commission now a tool in the use against people. Now we always definitely, and I think it happened under the past government. It happened, but it not happen go far because it just happen within them. What I mean by within them, the last government will be they see and they try people like they inside government and they accuse them of corruption and they try them. But this current government, most of the people who they file for corruption are the one that win past government officials. Now they see inside the same week they say, oh, Anas Kurma, he named them at the coup, they put him under house arrest. Inside the same week they say, oh, let them go arrest Samura Kamara because of one land where they say Gi or sell inside 1992. Oh no, let them go even arrest Anas by Kurma. He need for paying so money for abuse of office as president. All inside the same week. So this particular Anti-Corruption Commission definitely is just about going against opposition leaders or other views, aligned with the government's views. It's there, it's it's open, and I think say maybe like other persons say how to appoint the commissioner of the Anti-Corruption Commission, maybe need for change. Otherwise, it's still a political appointment. The president and they appoint. Okay. Then person they talk about we for go salon, not able go salon. I'm not say we for be a target or threat for go salon. Because always they do not highlighting the issues. And some of them like make anything while they talk. I'm bold enough to give reference to say any minister one can debate me, people can debate me. Person gets a different view, you can debate some of you. Okay, I'm open to that. But I want to tell you some of you don't do this all along. I can give you reference to Lawrence Lima, for example, where they say he go broke the moat na SLBC, where they arrest him. I been did that kind of interview him. Even the time where they been postponed the election for 3 months. Remember, one time they during an excrement time when the election be supposed for hold and postpone on 3 months because they not been too ready yet. Where they lash at the government, now because they want to the election, make them say for postpone. I even interviewed Lawrence Lima and a lot of other people, right? Even for example, Mr. Berete, walking laugh. So this when I be government spokesman after that diamond. Now remember that big diamond where that pastor been go fend where they go sell and can sell in New York and that pastor. I interviewed Berete and I do a very comprehensive article. If you go to USA Today online, take the article lady. It's a long big diamond and all of that and all. So some of them they do this all along. So I don't know if it's a who for targets or threats. It's just about highlighting what things they're going on wrong. The government gets over 5 million journalists when they talk the good things or whether blow their horn or whatever, or for talk about whether it's propaganda, then get all the machinery, then get the resources. So if you get 1 or 2 people who are critically minded, educated professionals, like we making question a lot of things, I don't know if you say over be target. Salona will come to King at any time not for be target. It's just about for create a level playing ground in the debate. When people anyway they talk one side, now say able to highlight the other parts of the one they don't get people ever talk for them. Right? So I think I don't have the thing. But by and large, I think the country don't in another level where people are afraid for talk. If they talk the facts or truth, you're not target. It don't for be so. It for be an open debate. Coming with your own fact, like come with me facts, we sit down with debate. All right? And now that the democracy for there, but we also say if Alpha see the fact that if for be target or saying be peer for be target or Bible because they always sit down we had then to discuss issues. That not for be the point. It's about disagreeing or agree for disagree. Certain people in don't get what they talk for them. The ordinary man, people that we don't suffer injustice, they don't get what they talk for them. So if we come and highlight their own issues or the side of the story, we're not for bitter again because we get all the resources for the talking in our favor. So I think so that. For family, happy New Year once again. Some of we get all the jobs what they do because we qualify. I don't need for mortgage me integrity again for say I want small money from government official because for that bend the certain situation. No. But thank you guys, and 2024 we'll continue to highlight the issues. And we're all colleagues and brothers and sisters. Once I love go before, and even if the government officials they watch this program, they will learn from some of the lapses and things that we don't go wrong. Look like LJ from what the whole lot, some of who don't talk and say, there's disadvantage by the man. Lock him for a very long time, say it's phone, it fed, and waiting, it's 2 million. Now I don't keep the man, they even arresting Papa because Papa go ask for a year. Say me picking here, we then cut na here, wants me picking here. They arrest that party back, suppress him. Him brother go there for go ask what my brother do. Inside the whole and they lock him for over 9 months. So from the one some of them they talk and say this is not right. Now we don't hold the man, don't detain her. For a minor offense, you say robbery with violence or robbery with which is a minor offense in the country. You don't lock them up, which is even not true because I say when I produce the footage and not one, I don't lock her for a long time. Now I don't pull her, I can make papi show out of it. It was even wrong for arrest them. So these are the things so some of who they talk. We're not for big target, just about making the debates even say we're not for highlight some of the issues that we're not allowed to talk. But guys, I'll send them back to Una. I wish people a happy new year. I say this is now 2024 and we'll continue to highlight these issues. Thank you guys, and I'm out.
Thank you, brother Alpha. God bless you, my brother, for always deal with we team up for pass on them good messenger we the people the benefit. We just pray as we family members them always they pray for make we able for succeed this particular fete or the fete. We know they do this fete with any hidden agenda for say we they do because we have to go get position to SLPP or APC or any political party. Any party will take over the responsibility of Mama Salon tomorrow. Una still they see we sidom naya. If they mistake, we still whap them. As long as they don't do the right thing, even they do the right thing self, we for check some of the right things the way they do. If not the proper right thing, where you supposed to do, where they benefit the country and we the people where they live there. So far so good. Now so we they take with them for Lefuna until we meet again tomorrow morning inside the Mixed Flavor program. We na cool rest, tata, and I love you all. Why do you watch me?
Okay.